Hello and welcome back. So it's been maybe 4 hours since I ended the last episode. I've got a little bit of time right now, so I wanted to get on to the next set. And right now, I got the chunk loader. It's actually directly underneath the node on the level below, loading these 9 chunks. And as you can see, this thing has been kind of busy. And you can also notice that the obsidian is protecting this area over here. It's kind of making a neat pattern. Either that or I'm just easily amused and I'm getting pulled in. There we go. You can kind of see it. The node being right here, it draws a nice line for what it's able to get to, which means what I'll end up doing is filling in this area with something. That way nothing can get in here. I mean, technically, I suppose it's not that big a deal. Actually, no, it's not. I'll leave it alone. I'll just take out the cobble eventually. And it has yanked a few out from in there. So it's actually working out pretty good, and you can see that it's eating a little bit into here. It's ripping out the walls in here, so I'm glad I moved my stuff out just in case. But what we're going to do today is a little bit after I finished the last recording, I decided that it was time to actually go explore the Nether. Only almost died a few times, got yanked in by a few of those pesky teleporting critters, and figured out that I've never messed with this setting before. This right here, show caves. If you turn that on and you go into the Nether, you can actually see the map. Otherwise, it's straight gray. You can't see a thing. Well, when I went into the Nether this time and turned that setting on, about, I don't know, 200 blocks, maybe northish of where our portal is, there's a Nether fortress. So I went in there, I took my diamond dollies with me, and I found 2 blaze spawners within the first 15 minutes that I was in there. So I've got 6 or 7 blaze rods, and I've got a blaze spawner. So what it's time to do now is it's time to put those blaze spawners somewhere so we can get some blaze rods. Because that gives us access to vacuum hoppers. We can make the is it alchemy? Oh, I can't remember what the dumb thing's called anymore. I made a brewing stand. You can make those. I mean, the uses for blaze rods are kind of... Oopsie, blaze rods are kind of nuts. So if we look at them, I mean, some of this stuff, obviously, I'm probably never going to make. This actually seems kind of cool. Requires level 1 anima. Ooh, night vision. We'll probably have to make ourselves one of these. We got a bunch of these moon dusts now. But, I mean, you can just kind of see it. It goes... There's quite a bit. I also got some nether wart and some soul sand. So there's a lot of different things we can make that we couldn't make before. Ah, nuts. It takes a bottle of ender air. This is one of the things I wanted to make. This allows mana to be converted into a spawner running without a player nearby. But this, we need to make this because then we can make our Botania alchemical conversion thing. I can't remember what it's called. You know, there's a lot of stuff we can make, and this was our gateway. This was the thing that had to happen before we could do a lot of this stuff. And it's happened now. So now I need to figure out where to put it. And I've been kind of toying with the idea of we've got this farm here. And then we've got the chickens over here. But I'm wondering if maybe it's time for the chickens to be somewhere else. And us to create a blaze spawner. So what I need to do is I'm going to look around here and decide, you know, where do we want it. I've been toying with the idea of, like I was saying, putting it over here where the chickens are in this area. Or building another, because you can see the central pip right here for the room. Just building another room out and putting it right here. You know, kind of make this the spawner structure and kind of go from there. But I need to figure that out, and I also need to come up with a way to actually kill the blazes, because if they can see a player, they won't move. They'll hover and they'll wait by the player, which doesn't do you really much good if you're trying to kill them. We need them to die, and that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now is how do you kill a blaze, because you can't drop them, they won't die. I might be able to use spikes and put them down there and just, you know, have them land on the spikes and eventually die. But that's what I'm going to be researching now. But that's what we're going to do this time. We are going to build a tower for a blaze spawner. You know, tower, I mean, you know, hole. And kind of go from there and see how we can set it up. Because if I can put it... Actually, I'm going to put it right here on this side. Because then that means I can put I got a little hidey hole right here. Just a little door and a light and a room. I can put one of those right here. And we'll be within range of both spawners, so they'll both run. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully I won't change my mind again. But So that is, as it stands now, the plan. So I'm going to go get a room built, decide on a way to kill the blazes, and we wait for the sound to go away. Anything bad happen? No. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Make room, make slight hole, figure out how to kill blazes, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I dug a hole. It's not that deep currently because I want to test a few things. I remember somewhere that blaze rods were player only kill drops, so I want to test that out. Come on. Oh, this is not gonna stubborn thing. Let's see if we can kind of cheat a little bit here. It's not gonna let us place it as it stands right now. Really? That's how you're gonna be? Let's see if this will work. It doesn't need to be there long. It just needs to be there long enough for me to get that little thing placed. Can we? And we'll just leave that there. Get rid of that. Fill this hole in so they don't kill us. And then let's go take a look and see. Because I get that feeling they're not gonna drop blaze rods from doing this. It's not the end of the world if they don't. I mean, blaze powder is kind of just as important at this exact moment. So if they drop that, we have at least a good start, and if nothing else, I can set the second one up somewhere that we can kind of, slaughter them with something with fortune on it. So there's 3. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping the water will kill them. It looks like it is. And we're far enough away that we can't hear it, which is, kind of awesome. Alright, so those died. Let's go down to, I think it's level 1, 2, 3, I believe. And take a look and see what they dropped for us. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I started carving out random sections while I was down here trying to get this thing to the point where I could find where I was going. And yep, nothing. But if we kill you that way. Okay, so wow, they didn't even drop anything. This may require some more thought. Maybe I can use some blood channels and raise the thing up and have them fall down into a little kill shoot that I can just kind of shoot them with a crossbow. That might work better. Alright, redesign and then I'll be back. Alright, so I did a little bit of a redesign here and I'm really hoping this doesn't come back and kill me. We'll find out. So basically what we've got here is I made a little room. You can kind of see where the spawner's going to go, probably not. Let's pop up top real quick and take a look at it. I think we can go up to the second level, should do. Nope, put elevator blocks all the way to the top, so we can zoom around pretty quick now. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna see, can we make it? We cannot, of course. Alright. What we've got is, I extended the room up to, that's the second, this is the third floor. It's partially into the third floor. Oh, it's apparently a, look at them all. Blood hunt. One of them actually got close enough a little while ago to get sucked into the node. It's kind of cool. But what I basically did was I extended the room up, like I was saying. And then, so this is the first, second, third, and I want to say I have a fourth block down there. So the idea being that what we'll do, we will seal this over. That, and get shot at by one of those pain in the butts. Where are you? Which one of you irritations is shooting at me? There's one over there. I don't know if I can hit them at this range. I think I'm missing by a long shot here. Oh, nope, got him. Can we hit him again? Probably not. Nope. Alright, so there's one there. One there. Irritating things. Alright, well, let's just get this slabbed and... we're gonna fall one shy. What a pain. Let's just do this. Ooh, not that. This stuff is hard to break. I've been trying to find online a list of what the what the hardness is for this material, because it seems rather tough. There we go, one down. And then we've got 4 of these. And 1 more. There we go. Let's get out of here before something decides to shoot me again. So all it basically is I built it up. Since we're getting shot at, we'll do it from inside. I built it up, like I said, so it's a little higher than the 3rd floor. Actually, it might be even with, I can't remember. And then from that ceiling block, I went down a total of 4 blocks. So the ceiling and then 3 more. That way the spawner has a pedestal to hang from, and when they spawn, they can spawn around it, but they don't spawn above the ceiling, which would be a bit of a pain. And then what will happen is they will fall down. You can see I got a blood channel. They will land in the blood channels, which will start hurting them. So we're liable to lose some of them. I'm not sure how that's going to work. They will all flow away from us towards the edge of the wall, fall down, flow towards the middle, and then these 2 here in the middle are flowing towards the center of those 2 blocks. So the one on the outside is flowing towards me, the one on the inside here is flowing away from me. The hope is that they will flow in and then kind of get stuck in the middle. What I'm really hoping is that they will be bobbing slightly in this, and that this half slab will prevent them from seeing me. If it doesn't work, they're going to shoot me in the face. So I may end up having to slap a block right here, because you can see it kind of does this. You can still see through it, and you can still shoot through it, but with these gaps here, it'll allow the items to get out where normally they wouldn't be able to. And actually, now that I think about it, let's just go for safety's sake. We will leave that there, in the hopes that I will not get shot in the face with a fireball. Now, this is the part I'm really not sure if it's going to end with me getting killed, because I don't think I can reach it. Can I bob up a little bit? Nope. Let's take you out. Come on, break. Alright. Up. And place spawner. Down. No, come on, run, 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 run. Pop that loose. There. Now we can see, the reason I put the glass here is so I could see that it was active. And you know, the blood channel really does obscure it, so I'm not even sure it's going to show up, but there's our blazes. They should fall down, land in the middle, and then I should be able to just kill them. Now, the reason I chose to have blood channels all around this thing, as opposed to just enough to drop them in the middle here, is the blood channels will hurt them. It counts as a liquid. So if we're standing over there going idle and AFK, they will still die. Even if they won't drop anything, they'll at least die. Which is kind of the hope here, that they will not ball up in here and, wreck my my server's latency here, because there's a ball of blazes spawned in here or something. But as you can see, the items flow right through. Apparently we get skulls. I have no idea what these are for. It says iguana tweaks. Huh. Well, let's just do this. Oh, wait, can we? Can we place a... Ah, we can't. Cool. You're not going to spawn more? It is close enough that I think, let's see, it's 1, 2, maybe, I think it was 3, 4, 5, 6. They might be out of range of the spawner when they're there, so we might be able to ball up more than just a couple. But I don't really want it to do that. Like I said, I want to be able to just kill them, be done with it. As you can see, I've already got 20 blaze rods. It's not really going to be that big a deal. I was actually considering building a vacuum hopper on the other side there and let it collect the items, and then just not worry about it, like actually, seal most of this area. But this way actually seems to work out pretty good, and we don't need, like I was saying, we don't need a crazy spawn rate. We just need enough that we can pull in some blaze rods here and there and hopefully get more. Now, as I use this, I'm hoping to be able to tweak it a little bit so it will be a little higher output. But with the way it stands right now, it should be working pretty good. I can go in there if I wanted to and stick another one of the spawners. I think I can put one more on the edge, so I could put both of them in there. But right now I'm just kind of going with what we got. Now let's watch him. So it's taking a half a heart per tick. So it will take a while to kill him, but it will eventually kill him. And there, he's dead. And now because a player didn't kill him, we don't get anything from him, which, not that big a deal. We'll just start hanging skulls in here and see how long it takes Noob to notice. So this is actually working out. What's up there? Let's hold shift, that way it flops down. Oops, no. I'm guessing one of them probably died up there. This stuff will flow items, so if something does end up there, you just have to hold shift to shut your ring of magnetism off and then let it flow down. But I'm going to sit here for a little bit and kill them, and then I'm going to get the materials together so we can make a vacuum hopper or two, and then I'll be back. Alright, let's make a couple vacuum hoppers. They're fairly simple, just some obsidian, a hopper, and we need Eye of Ender. Now I got the blaze powder just by putting a blaze rod in my crafting grid, and it gave me 2 per rod. So we need 8 of those. And ta-da! Vacuum hoppers. Now, what we can do is we can come over here to our chickens, which are very prolific in their egg laying. And we could put our vacuum hopper right here with either like a chest or a barrel or, something to let it sort items. And then it would just keep picking up for them, which is, kind of cool. Now, let's take a look over here. What was I looking at here? I gotta put my eggs away. We just put some of this junk away real quick here. We did, I think I had 22 levels of experience by the time I was done with that in there. And I'd only done it for maybe 4 minutes or so. So it didn't really take all that long to build up a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I had something specific in mind for the vacuum hoppers, and now that I've made them, I can't for the life of me remember what I was going to do with them. I was thinking about putting them in there, to have something suck up the items, but at the same time, it's not really going to matter, because these guys are only going to spawn when we're in range, and if we're not in here to kill them, they'll just die. One thing I did notice is you get some that are apparently too stupid to live, and they just kind of stand in the bloodstream, and they just basically bleed to death, which doesn't do us any good. It'd be better if they came down here and died. So what I may end up having to do, I'm kind of run it as it is now and just see how it goes. But Open Blocks has a fan, fairly easy to make, a slab, an iron bar, and an iron ingot. Gives you one of these things, and it just requires a redstone signal to run. You can see that one right there, just sat right there until he died. But what I can do is I can go up top and put them kind of like right here, just outside of the wall, facing in the direction of this drop chute right here. That way it will force them off the edge, slam them into the back wall, then they'll fall like normal. And they'll end up down here where we want them to be, not dying up there where we can't do anything with them. And now that I'm looking at it, let's pop this thing out and see if we get fireball. Ooh, did not mean to do that. You go there. And we kill all of you. Because this actually works a little better. Now that thing right there is capable of grabbing the experience sometimes, which is, a little weird. But it seems to work overall. I think this will actually work out pretty good for what we're trying to do. This will actually give us access to several things that we weren't able to do before. Blaze powder and blaze rods are used in quite a few things. Let's put those in there. That'll get his attention. You can see a stack. Now, I already used 8 of them out of that pile. And I'm already tacking them in there, so I'll probably have to put a barrel somewhere. And I got one wither skull while I was out there killing stuff. I also got a pigment. No idea what this applicable up to iron. I mean, it's a mining level, but I have no idea what it's added for, which is, irksome. What can we do? Oh, we can make our creation forge. Amethyst and blaze. Let's do that real quick. So we just need some amethyst, which we have a little bit of. Traded a one of those metalloids or whatever the heck they're called, metal something people, and got a bunch of it. We used up like all of. I think I used up almost all the Lucifer coins we had, and I've built up the supply already. It just kind of piles up real fast. What else can we do with this? Quartz, witchery, fireworks, soulless. And that's going to be all of those blocks. Alright, we can make a spark for Botania, a wand, more sparks for every single possible color. Seems like there it is. Hot rod, warm and delicious. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like chalk We can make him... Well, we'll deal with that later. Let's plop this thing down somewhere. Oh, look right there. Now, where did I put my penguins? You know what? Let's just make some more to be faster. They're out by the hungry node, so it'll take us forever to get out there, get them, get back. Now what we need is snowballs. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a pile. No, let's actually try this first. Where is it? Creation. Okay, so it's the purple. Okay, yep, can't use those. If I read it correctly, you have to use an actual summoning slab. So let's do... Oh dear. Splat. Let's see if this works. Can I do it? Oh, that's a fantastic noise we've discovered. Okay, so this lets us make a lot of noise. Okay, let me do this real quick and I'm going to use them all up and then I'll be back. Okay, so that was, what, 60? No, 50, 80. So it was 80 of them and that got me 10 levels in creation. You can kind of see it up there. So that means I'd be able to use the summoning stones, or whatever the heck they're called. Is it summoning? Is it slab? Oh, what were those things called? There it is right there. So we've got... This one's level 6, so I could do an Ender Carrier. No idea what he does. I can do this guy. No, I cannot. Do not have any of those. Or mud balls. Corby? Oh, is it Corby what I was just looking at? No. Alright. Oh, 63. Wow. 68. Oh yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the cost. Jeez. Let me find one real quick here. Alright, so it looks like our pets' choices are pretty much the same as they were before because I'm not 15 or higher yet. So I'll have to make up a whole bunch of those little pinky slabs or whatever the heck he's called. Stuff him into the altar eventually and get some more power from him. But for now, let's wiggle all over the place here. I want to get at least one of these vacuum hoppers set up so we can get some of the eggs and stuff like that coming in. So what we need those. We need some more of these, some of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a normal chest. Turn it into an iron chest. Then we're going to turn it into a gold chest. I don't know why I grabbed that bar. I'm not making a chest upgrade. Now, let's pop over here. Do we have a spot that we can put a chest? I'm betting we can put the chest right here. Then we'll take our vacuum hopper, stick him on there. You can see it already sucked up the feathers. Let's get rid of... Oh, what button was that? Ooh, wrong button. Okay, do not push the full screen button when you are attempting to shut that off. There it is. Oh. I was trying to shut off NEI and I hit the full screen button and mucked up my recording. Okay, nope. Okay, right click and drag to move. So that's where our items should go. So they should go in there, and there they are. So now as long as we're not standing here messing it up, everything should go in there, because otherwise it tries to come to us because of our ring. That should mean those little guys should just continue egg laying while I'm here, and eggs, which is kind of cool. I combined air and water in the nope, wrong one. In the Thaumcraft table over there to get life. Will it let me? Nope. Things that move. Okay, I can't do that one yet. I still haven't found a decent chart. I'm sure they exist. I just haven't had time to actually do any digging yet. So that's kind of on my list. And this thing that I have walked by a few times, the whole purpose of this thing, aside from making a lot of noise, is it's full of these heartstones. It looked like when we were testing it out before, if you dropped a whole stack of these on the ground, it ate the stack and all of them out of your inventory and didn't seem to give you a proportional amount of innervation experience. So this is just kind of a repeater clock, all using the redstone paste stuff just so it can be stuck to the ceiling. Right now I'm overriding the signal with a lever, so this kind of stops the clock. Otherwise, every time Every time an item comes in here, this lights up, sends a pulse around, and then activates the dropper, but at the same time it also sends a signal into the comparator again, which kind of flips mode and shuts it off. So the whole point of this is basically I can just sit here and they start falling on my head. I could speed it up a little bit, I think. It seems to be going kind of okay right now. It just needs to be enough that the first one's processed before it drops another one on your head. And if you watch, you can see my innervation bar slowly going up. The idea for this is to have one kind of built into one of our hidey holes. So like instead of a lamp, it would be right there in the ceiling, and when you walked in here, you stepped on a pressure plate that lit it up and let it work. And then all of the shards that were created, all these little heartstones that were created from here, would get funneled into that hopper or into the dropper and kept full. So whenever someone was standing there, it would just keep dropping them on their head. And then let's kill those guys real quick. And okay, yes. So yeah, that's the whole point of that is basically just to make it so we can get those easily. Well, that was just a witch spawning. Now, you know, we've got blaze rods. Will this work as fuel for this thing? If I take this out of here, can you take blaze rods? Now, I don't remember if I showed this thing before, but all this does is it takes the string out of here and then funnels it into this machine, which turns it into wool. The wool is automatically output the bottom, or out the bottom. Newt was doing a lot of AFKing here while he was playing Final Fantasy 15 or whatever the heck the current flavor is. And we were kind of filling up on string. And since wool is kind of what we really want, I just built this thing to, you know, kind of work it up there and dump wool in there. A little easier. Grab our stuff, go back, put you in here, and then we'll put there. That should work. So that's that. The blaze spawner's done. Oh, this. I got a new trophy earlier when I was killing some skeletons out there. When you click on him, he shoots an arrow. I think it can actually hurt you if it hits you, so keep that in mind. But that's pretty much it. We got what I wanted done. We got the blaze tower done, so we should be good to go for the next episode, which is going to be, I think we're going to work on the remote smeltery that I'm trying to get done. I have a prototype built, which is supplying our stone here for these seared stone. All it's doing is it's way off in the distance at our southern base. It's just a smeltery with a chunk loader or a spot loader, and it smelts from a barrel of cobblestone, and I have it fed from lava through that tank off of our primary tank. And as soon as it smelts something, it's immediately tossed into this ender tank, and it comes out here into this buffer, and then it's fed into one of these basins, and it's immediately dropped in here when it's done. So that's kind of my prototype to see, proof of concept, see if the idea would even work. I want to expand on that next time, so hopefully we'll have a chance to get that working. But for now, thank you for watching.